My wife cheated while I was raising our daughter alone. Now I have an STD and no idea who I am anymore. This is my first time posting ever. I'm sorry if this is too long, but it feels good to type this out. If you don't want to read, that's fine, but if you do, thank you. I just don't have anyone to talk to. My wife 25F, and I 25M met in the military in 2020. We have been together 5 years, married for 3, and have a 3-year-old daughter. I've got out of the military in 2023 and started working as a night shift mechanic for the shipyard, while also going to college to reap my benefits. My wife is still in the military but plans on getting out. Going to school, working nights and raising our daughter was rough, especially with the transition from military to civilian. In 2024 I was so stressed and didn't spend much time with the wife because working nights then going to class in the day. There were weekends where I didn't feel like doing anything. I couldn't handle the stress. I know I emotionally neglected my wife and understand that, and it was wrong of me. I deeply regret it. Anyways, in the summer of 2024 my wife went on a small underway to Hawaii. She would be out to sea for 3 months and then stay in port for a couple weeks in Hawaii. I've been on deployments and I understand how it goes. As soon as you hit port you kinda wanna get drunk, and that's what my wife did, and I don't blame her. Keep in mind, while she was in Hawaii I was still in the States with my daughter and sister-in-law. Everything was good at first because I wanted to let my wife have fun, but soon I started to feel insecure because she would post pics and videos of her getting drunk and wearing clubbing clothes. I never mind how my wife dressed, she was beautiful and everything. But it made me uncomfortable just because I wasn't with her. I ended up logging onto her Instagram and going through her messages. I know I shouldn't be doing that, and I will admit it was an insecure thing of me to do, but I found that she had sent her ex an old picture of them together. This ex I never liked. He was in the military too and RP'd one of my friends and almost RP'd my wife. I got upset and took this as cheating, and I told my wife and didn't talk to her for the rest of the time she was gone. When she got back I still was upset but tried my best to forgive her, but arguments would happen and then I would bring it up. This is kinda where our relationships went a little downhill, but I still loved her. Now comes November of 2024, my wife leaves for deployment and my sister-in-law, who would help with my daughter while I worked nights, moved states back home. I stopped working nights and I was a good employee, and my employer said when I'm ready to work just to let them know and they will hire me back on the spot. I stopped working because it's just me and wife out here. Both our families live on the other side of the states and I wanted to focus on school while my wife is deployed. This was fine because the military not only pays for college but I get a monthly allowance. While she was gone we barely talked, and the only time we talked was for her to talk to her daughter. It was until March 2025 when she told me she wanted a divorce. Keep in mind she was / is still deployment. I was hurt but I wasn't confused. It made sense because we were in a rough patch, but I told her we can fix this, but she was set on divorced. When that became more clear, I didn't want that to happen. We started talking more and started talking about things to do when she gets back. I wanted to fix everything and slowly she seemed to get that idea. On the last weekend of March, she told me she cheated on me while I was working nights a week before she left for deployment. She said it was one time but she was still friends with the guy and he is on deployment with her. I was so broken and hurt and didn't handle it very well. I called her names that I regret. She told she did it because to her it seemed that I didn't care about her anymore and she was lonely. I understand why she cheated. It was my fault. A day or two after she told me, I was able to log on to her message on our MacBook. And found she was still taking to the guy. I was only able to see messages from when I log on, so I couldn't their messages from weeks or months before. I didn't tell her, but I told her to cut him off and just waited to see if she would message him. She messaged him saying she needed to talk to him in person, and I didn't think anything of it because I assumed she was just going to tell him that they can't no longer talk. An hour passed and he messaged her saying, "You are really not going to talk to me anymore?" I felt relief, but an hour later they messaged each other again back and forth talking about a joke or something, but it made it clear that they talked in person. I was broken again and hurt. It felt worse than getting cheated on. Like she couldn't even cut the guy off for me. I called her out on it and finally she blocked him, and she tells me she avoids him from now on. After a couple weeks I knew I didn't want to lose her and wanted to fix everything when she comes back, and it seemed like she was on the same page. She told me she loved me and all she wants was me. But things were not adding up. I asked her how many times and if they fucked while on deployment. They had already hit a few ports by then, so asked if they fucked in port. She denies it, but then she tells me she got tested for an STI and has the clap, and she told me to get tested. This didn't make sense. It is now April 2025 and she said they fucked before deployment November 2024, and why all of a sudden is she now getting tested? The last time my wife and I fucked was November as well. So I ended up getting tested and it comes back positive. I've had the clap for over 6 months with no symptoms. I was and still am disgusted. But I start doing some more digging. It's been about 3 weeks since she told me she cheated. There was some kind of glitch or something in the her iMessage on the laptop. But originally I was only able to see her and his messages from the day I logged onto her iCloud, but it refreshed and I was able to see messages all the way back to February. And it turns out they've been fucking the whole deployment. Broken once again, reading those messages destroyed me. I called her out. She told me the truth. It's now June and she comes back late July. I feel so insecure and I don't want to see her. She still tells me she loves me and all she wants is me. I don't believe her. I don't know what to believe. I know we can't stay together and this kills me. I still love her so much. She was a good wife and mother. I bed rot every day feeling sorry for myself knowing I lost. I don't know who I am anymore and I'm so depressed. I break down every day. I have thoughts of suicide and I have planned it already. The only thing that stops me is my daughter. I feel that this last paragraph doesn't capture what I am feeling. It might seem that I am overreacting, but I am truly lost and broken. She was my best friend. I've spiraled. I no longer spend time with my daughter. She just plays in her room while I'm in bed. This breaks me so much. What kind of man am I? Why am I so weak? I can't even be a father. My daughter is perfect and doesn't deserve a dad like me. I'm sorry if this is depressing and long. It would have been longer, there is so much more to what I am feeling, but I just give up now. If you have any questions, I wouldn't mind answering. I need the company. Thank you.